it's so funny to me. It cracks me up how in 2024, men, we're complaining to women about our dating struggles, right? Now, for me, I got a YouTube channel, right? So I talk about my struggles on my channel, right? But when I'm with the women, I don't talk about my struggles. I don't be like, yeah, women be finessing these dudes and all these different types. I don't do none of that. Because when you lead with that, for one, you don't know if that woman gonna finesse you. You could be talking to the devil. Like, I remember I reacted to a video, maybe it was over the summertime, where this woman, she was doing a TikTok talking about how this man moved to Atlanta or Houston or some city. And he was basically saying like, yeah, all these women out here be finessing dudes. And the woman was basically saying, this guy don't know that he chose the right one because I'm that woman that he's talking about. That's the exact reason why you don't share your struggles with a woman. It's like showing your hand. Could you imagine going to an interview for a job and you say to the job person, the person that's interviewing, you say to that man, like, all these jobs be not hiring people and I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Now that person gonna be thinking, why should I hire you? You don't never lead with your struggles, because all it's gonna do is make you struggle even more. That's what life is. You gonna get what you put out, my nigga. But it really baffles me when I hear men complain to women about how women be finessing dudes. Like, you're with the woman and you're talking about how you get finessed. What you're saying is, hey, I'm a target. I'm an easy target. Come finesse me. That's all that you're saying. You should never lead with that. And I think as men, we may not all lead with our struggles externally, but sometimes we lead with them internally. Maybe how you're showing up. You don't have no confidence. Your actions is showing that you don't believe in yourself. Or maybe you too thirsty. So when you do these different things, you put yourself out there to get finessed. And breaking news. I don't know if this is breaking news to y'all or not, but man, women, they could care less about your struggles. They don't care about your financial situation. They don't care about how women used to finesse you. They don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine if the roles were reversed, right? What if a woman come to you talking about, oh, I'm tired of every man I deal with playing me, or every man I deal with treating me like I ain't nothing and tossing me to the side of the road. You're going to find that extra unattractive. Because I know for damn sure if a woman say that to me, I'm going to be looking at her with the side of like, why should I be dealing with you? If every man you deal with be finessing you, what type of morals you got? What type of character you got? You know what I'm saying? So what you got to understand is women are not going to feel sorry for you because every woman finessed you in the past. They don't care about that. Keep that to yourself. That's something you share with your boys. Or if you got a YouTube channel, you can turn it into motivation like I do. But that's not something you harp on with a woman, because all she's going to do is look at you like, well, why should I deal with you? Because let's really think about it, right? When somebody's getting finessed, right, that means they don't understand how to not get finessed. That means they don't got belief in themselves. That means they don't have preventative measures in place to not be in that type of situation. So who wants to deal with somebody like that? Who wants to deal with somebody who can't stand 10 toes down? Who wants to deal with somebody who doesn't have morals and don't know how to have boundaries, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's the way you got to think about it. That's why women love confidence. That's why women love guys who believe in themselves. That's why women love guys who are upbeat and positive. See, the thing is, what you got to understand is if you don't want to get finessed, you got to have a good vetting system in place. You know what I'm saying? You need to be watching a woman's actions. This is why for first dates, you don't go to a dinner date, because doing certain things is going to set yourself up to get finessed. So if you take a chick to Nobu or Ruth Chris on the first date, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up to get finessed. So you got to understand that when you put yourself in certain positions, you're going to probably most likely get finessed. You know what I'm saying? This is why you got to be a man of confidence, a man of priorities, a man of abundance, a man of knowing where you're going with your life. Because when you move like that, you won't get finessed. Now, I'm not saying we've all gotten finessed and played and manipulated before, and you got to go through that heartbreak. You got to go through those type of things to get to this point of being clear-minded, of being a man of principle, being a man of morals, being a man of integrity. You got to go through the BS. You got to go through that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is You don't need to express that to a woman. All you need to do is to have preventative measures in place and not get blinded by her looks. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we let a woman's looks dictate how simpish we get. Because she got a fat ass, oh, let me spend more money. Because she looks so good, let me take her on this dinner date. Let me try to prove myself to her. And that's how you get taken advantage of. And women know that. That's why they spend so much time on their glam, their makeup. Now, I understand they do that for other women, but also, too, they understand that us as men, we're visual creatures. You see what I'm saying? We're visual creatures, and they understand the better I look aesthetically, the more I can get out of a man. And that's how some women are. They use that to their advantage because they know that's most of our kryptonite. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know in the moment, a woman may seem like she cares and she may be genuine in the moment when you're having a conversation with her. So you feel good enough to express to her like, man, all these women be finessing me, but she doesn't care. She don't care. She don't care about your problems. A woman to get $200-$300 worth of food out of you and not even care, not even lose an inch of sleep. She don't care. They don't care about your problems. You gotta already have it figured out. Women do not care about where you at in your life, what you think about women, how they finessing you, how you just went broke last month, how you just lost your job. They don't care. They could care less. I know some of y'all, you would think this is common sense, right? You would think like, because for me, even though I've simped a lot in my life in the sense of in other ways, I've never been the guy that said, hey man, all these women just be finessing dudes and stuff like that. I always have understood that you never share your problems with a woman. A woman is not your therapist. See, a lot of times we think a woman is supposed to be like our mommy, so we go to her with all our problems instead of being a man. A woman don't care. Like, y'all know how it is, right? I tell this story all the time where, this scenario where if a little girl falls on the playground, everybody running towards her to make sure she's straight. But if the little boy falls over, it's like, get your ass up. And that's the same thing it is as a man. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about how women finesses you. Because the truth of the matter is, like, yeah, there's a lot of women out there who are like that, but every woman is not like that. If you had a good vetting system in place, if you understand the signs to look for, you wouldn't put yourself in a position to be finessed. But when you're thirsty, when you have a scarcity mindset, when you haven't had an attractive woman in a long time, when you are looking for a certain outcome, then yeah, you're going to be a simp for a woman and you're going to get finessed by every single woman. Of course that's going to happen to you. Man, y'all know how in the jail system it's like, or in the court system it's like, innocent until proven guilty. These days, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta have the mindset with women like guilty until proven innocent, meaning that let a woman show you who she is. I'm not saying just think that it's not going to work out, but what I mean is, like, when you're dealing with a woman, watch her actions, let her prove to you that she's a good woman for you, instead of thinking automatically, oh man, all women like to finesse and manipulate. Just automatically have that in your mind, right? Like, I remember I heard this analogy the other day. Like, it's the same reason why we lock our doors, right? You lock your doors to your crib, not because you think somebody just gonna break into your crib, but also you're just taking preventative measures because you don't know. Not saying that you can't trust people, but you just gotta take preventative measures. It's the same thing with these women. You gotta assume that it could go left, but at the same time, don't be thinking it is going to go left. You don't have to say that to her. Just watch her. If you have a vetting system, that's you locking the door. That's you seeing, okay, what is this woman about? What is her character like? Does she initiate contact? How does she act when things are not going her way? That's you seeing how she is. Because a lot of times with the whole dinner date situation, early on, this is how it's going to go down, right? Early on, if you meet a woman and you say, hey, let's go get some yogurt, and she says, let's go to a dinner date instead, then that's the point in time where you say, hey, you know what? I'm good. Because a lot of times as men, we put ourselves in these situations to be finessed. And unfortunately, women will never feel bad for you, right? Women like ambitious guys. They like confident men. They don't care about your problems. They don't care about your struggles, because all they're gonna do is go to the next dude who don't got those same issues you got. That's what you got to understand. A woman will never be your mom. Your mom is going to care about your issues. Your mom is going to care. But the woman you want to deal with romantically ain't going to care. She could care less. She wants you to be a man. She don't care about all your problems and chicks finessing you. She don't want to hear all that, because she going to either finesse you or leave you. That's what you got to understand. So like I say on every video, man, we must continue to put ourselves first. All right, guys, this is my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. And until the next time, guys, deuces.